Hey, what's up? This your boy Big Man. You already know what it is, man. So let's get right to it. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about Kodak Black and NBA Youngboy and Fredo Bang jumping in this thing trying to sneak this. Now, Kodak Black surprised a lot of folks with his latest release yesterday. Now, Kodak Black took to social media to post the fact that he was dropping a new album at midnight, and everybody, including all his fans, were waiting steadily to hear his new project. Now, his project, Haitian Boy Kodak, dropped last night, and everybody is loving it, and they're really feeling the art. I'm really feeling the artwork. I think he got real creative that way. And one of the tracks on the album is creating a lot of buzz. It's got everybody chiming in, especially most of the media, the hip-hop media news publications, and it's got a lot of the fan pages going crazy, and it's even brought on some eyes from Fredo Bang, who looks like he's using this track to sneak this none other than NBA Youngboy. Now, NBA Youngboy has been locked up for a while now. I want to say about February time frame or something like that, maybe even March that he got locked up for the weapons charge, and he's been in federal holding since then. But man, people cannot keep his name out their mouth. Now, before we get into the specifics, do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and man, make sure we run those likes up, man. If you hear my voice right now, you don't see 1,000 likes, make sure you contribute, hit that like button, them likes are free, and let's get it. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, let's talk about this boy Kodak Black and his new album he dropped, man. Now, it seems like Kodak Black is really getting a lot of fan love for this album that he dropped, man. Now, this album, Haitian Boy Kodak, is getting rave reviews. It should, because Florida is hot right now. I'm talking about super hot. You got Florida artists popping up out of everywhere, doing big numbers on social media, doing big numbers on this platform like YouTube. It's looking real good for Florida rap right now. So now they got pretty much their king back, and I don't want to say like he's the king of all Florida rappers. It's not like that, because you still got your old school guys like Rick Ross, Trick Daddy, cats like that who had been running things in Florida for a long time, Plies. But Kodak Black is definitely the leader of the new school. Nobody can take that away from him. Yeah, you got Young and Ace, you got Fulio, you got all these cats coming up, but Kodak Black is that dude, right? So when he drops an album, people listen intently, and people discovered a track on the album called Dirty K. Now in this song, Dirty K, Kodak Black was talking a lot of stuff, but he opened up initially talking about NBA Youngboy. Now, he brought NBA Youngboy's name into the mix somewhere in the verse, like in the mid-beginning. I don't know if that's even a thing, a mid-beginning, but we gonna roll with it. Now, the verse goes like this. Now, the part of the verse, that talks about NBA Youngboy goes like this. He says, "My little brother Youngboy told me he look up to me. I don't know why he be feeling like it's you-know-what me. Now, about to call him, trying to see what all the fussing about." Now, I had to edit it a little bit because, use some explicit language there. But basically, he says that he's trying to see why he be feeling like, forget him. You know what I mean? Like, why does NBA Youngboy have any type of, malice in his heart for Kodak Black when, initially they had a good relationship. And to be honest, Kodak Black was the first person to wish NBA Youngboy or send him some well wishes when he got locked up. He was like, man, he didn't want to see him locked up. He free that boy and all that. You know what I mean? But he feels like NBA Youngboy still has some type of resentment against him. I don't know why, because NBA Youngboy and Kodak Black almost share the same fan base. I'm gonna keep it funky. Even though NBA Youngboy has grown a lot bigger than Kodak Black mainstream wise, Kodak Black is still kind of neck and neck with him, to be honest. Like, they still have like those young cats who love listening to music of wild dudes in the field. Like, they got that same audience. So even when their audience goes against each other on these fan pages, you can see they agree on a lot of tracks and stuff like that. So it's weird to hear that Youngboy has any type of ill intent towards Kodak, man, when they should probably be linking up. And I think on that last part of the verse, or the last part of that bar, where he said, he wants to see what all this fuss about or whatnot, I think that's what he means. A lot of people are taking that as, a jab at NBA Youngboy, saying that, hey man, he want to see what all this fuss about, and kind of in that way, like trying to see what everything's about. in a physical way or, in the streets or whatnot. But I don't think that's what he's saying. I think when he's saying what all this fussing about, I think he's talking about just getting this thing squared away so they can be cool. Because even NBA Herm had said something and, had shouted out Kodak Black when, NBA Youngboy got locked up, and Kodak Black stood on it and said, hey, man, free NBA Youngboy or whatnot, right? Well, Fredo Bang took this as a cue to sneak diss NBA Youngboy. He took a picture of the cover of the song, a screenshot of the song Dirty K, and while everybody was going wild talking about the NBA Youngboy reference, he posted that on his social media page. And he didn't even say anything. He just let it be known that, he wanted to make another dig at NBA Youngboy, obviously. Now, it is no mystery that NBA Youngboy and Fredo Bang don't mess with each other, man, when it comes to music or otherwise, because they've gone at each other before in the past, back and forth, diss songs, sneak dissing on social media, talking in code about each other's dead homies, man. It's always gotten ugly with them, and it's always been below the belt. But this time, Fredo Bang kind of surprised me because he didn't type anything, he didn't say anything. He just put that post there just to make a message, just to send a message for people to see where he stands on things still. And it looks like that relationship is not going to be repaired anytime soon. Now, nobody else has really commented on this or from NBA Youngboy's camp or said anything back because they're so used to Fredo Bang sneak dissing NBA Youngboy. I'm pretty sure they're like, all right, man, he's sneak dissing the game, and we just gonna leave it alone. Now, I'll say this: I gotta shoot Fredo Bang some bail as well. Now, this is just how I see things, and just because Fredo Bang posted a picture of the song on Kodak Black's album that's talking about NBA Youngboy doesn't mean it was a direct diss to NBA Youngboy or a sneak diss to him. This is the way I'm interpreting it because it just seems like an odd play. But Fredo Bang didn't in any way instigate this or say he was dissing NBA Youngboy. So, man, I got to shoot that kind of bail, man, because, he might have just liked the song. He might just feel the song, so he said, let me post this. But it was around the same time everybody was in an uproar about the fact, not an uproar. I can't say an uproar because nobody was mad. They were just surprised at the bars that, or the lyrics that Kodak Black put on the track, man, mentioning NBA Youngboy. And it still doesn't seem like a diss. It seems like he's reaching out, extending an olive branch, wants to put everything to bed, but it looks like Fredo Bang took that as an opportunity to capitalize and post a post to let everybody know where he stands. Now, what do you guys think? Do you think I'm digging a little too much into this, or do you believe that Fredo Bang made that post as a sneak diss to NBA Youngboy? And what do you think about Kodak Black's lyrics? Do you feel like he was trying to diss NBA Youngboy, or do you feel like he was trying to, repair his relationship with NBA Youngboy and eventually put this thing to bed, just like he did with Pooh Shiesty? Now, with that, this has been your boy Big Man. Do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And make sure you hit that notification bell so that way you get a notification every time I drop this hot content. And we out of here. Peace. Oh, yeah, man. Run them likes up. Hit that like button. Hit that like button.